Hi there everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit, jumping ahead, about New Year's resolutions. I have a very busy January as a running coach, thanks to New Year's resolutions, and it's always interesting to see how many people stick to the goals that they've set and how many people just have a little bit of a tail off after the end of January. One of the things that I find is that the runners that I work with on an ongoing basis all stick with me and all kind of go through to hit their goals and often continue on beyond. I guess that's part of the sort of accountability service that I provide and helping them kind of stay on track with those goals that they've set. But one of the other things that I've noticed is that creating habits for the goals that you've got for the new year is a really good place to start. So that might be a habit of when you go for a run. A certain time of day, setting out your running kit before, making it really easy. Or it might be a habit that you've already got that you want to break, so that mid-afternoon, kind of couple of biscuits at work when your energy levels are a bit low. So I've been reading a book recently. It's this wonderful book, The Power of Habit. And there's lots of useful stuff in there about habits of society and habits of groups of people and companies. But the most useful bit at the start of the book is individual habits and how we can look to change them or look to create new ones. So you might have a habit, for example, of feeling that little bit of mid-afternoon sort of slump at work, wandering over and having a couple of biscuits, getting a little bit of a sugar rush and feeling a bit better after having had those biscuits. So the cue for that habit is that just a bit of a mid-afternoon slump. Behaviour is eating a couple of biscuits, and the reward is then that you actually, you feel a bit better, your energy levels are a bit higher because of that sugar intake. So it's having that awareness that those are the habits that you've got, and when you are trying to set New Year goals of perhaps not eating 2 biscuits every day in the office, thinking about what you're going to replace that with. So you're probably still going to have that mid-afternoon slump. So what are you going to change in that behaviour, and also can you make it rewarding as well? There's no point in saying I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk around the office. Try and pick something that you can really attach a good reward to replace that sugar high as well. But we can also think about it from a running perspective. So often people struggle with creating running as a habit. They start out and then they sort of falter a little bit. So things like having a plan, like on your fridge, that you can tick things off as a bit of a reward for doing your run. If you're going out first thing in the morning, making sure you do all your prep the night before, so that you've just got to pick up your gear without even thinking about it, just out the door. So it's a habit. As soon as your alarm goes off, that's the mode that your body goes into. Committing to yourself and committing to other people that that's what you're going to go and do helps to cement those habits as well. So maybe have a think about the habits that you've got at the moment that you might want to change in the new year as part of a New Year 2020 goal, or how you can use that sort of process of creating habits, so the cue, the behaviour and then the reward, to get your running more consistent if you need to as well. Happy running.